everyone, my name is Noor Azmi and I will be your speaker today. These videos are going to explain about awareness of media violence. Before explain media violence, I will explain the mass media. What is mass media? Media is a wide range of media technology that use mass communication to reach a big audience. For example, television, radio, social media, games, movie, internet, and others. What kind of media violence and how can media be related to violence? The young generations have been exposed to violent content such as murder, fights, guns, violence, and others. These kinds of violence will be influenced by younger population, and parents also concerned about their children. Some of them do not really care about this issue. Let's see how media violence can be affected among youth.
Hello there, my name is Alifatul Anisa. Do you know that youth generation has the most effect on media violence? Well, now I've got some information for you on how it can affect youth generation. There are many platforms such as television, video games, and movies. These platforms have the abundant amount of violence that has been identified as one of the variables contributing to violent behavior, especially in young people. Youth generation frequently receive less attention, which makes them feel like that they are not important. Hence, with the existence of platforms in media such as television and video games, it gives them the attention and amusement that they want to experience. The more they see violence in media, they feel it is fine to feel okay by seeing the violence in media frequently without thinking about the consequences. With the high exposure of violence in media can lead to emotional responses, which it can cause us more aggressive conduct and creates a more aggressive attitude.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Nurul Atirah binti Muhammad Jeffrey and I will continue the effect of media violence. High exposure of media violence also can lead to the anxiety. So, what is the symptoms of anxiety? The symptoms of anxiety is firstly nervous, stress, can't concentrate to work, always feel muscle ache, and lastly is always be worried. All of these situations will give a negative impact toward the person on his academic works, relationships, and also physical health. Lastly, high exposure of media violence also can lead to aggressive behavior. So, how is this happen? This happens when the teenager playing a violent game or watching a movie that contains violent action. Accordingly, the influence of the violent mass media is best viewed as one of the many potential factors that influence the risk for violence and aggressions in youth. So, the impact of this situation is that they tend to try the violent action that they see in the games or movies with his friends and his close ones at home. So, that's all about the effects of media violence toward youth. The other parts of this topic will be continued by my other team member. So, thank you. Assalamualaikum. Bye.
Hello student, my name is Mr. Shahi and today we will learn and understand more about the effect of media violence. Exposure to violent video games not only desensitize people to violence but also decrease empathy in youth. After watching violent video games, people are less likely to show empathy behavior in their behaviors. Various studies have confirmed that violent media mold the youth into violent adults. On television tend to amplify aggressive behavior. Youth who look at violent scenes afterward demonstrate more aggressive conduct, mindset, and emotion than those who do not. Video game that is played by youth encourage violence such as murder, assassination, rapes, womanizing, and arson. The famous game contain violent elements are Counter-Strike, Doom, Grand Theft Auto, and Wolfenstein 3D, which contain graphic of blood. That's all from me. Thank you.
Many young people are worried about the risk of media violence and what should they do to reduce this risk. Don't worry, we have a few advice for you to remember. How to reduce risk of media violence? First of all, we need to learn self-control. There are some self-calming techniques we can learn to control our anger. We also need to develop our empathy skills by being patient and kind. Secondly, prevent ourselves from playing violent video games on PC or smartphone. Watching rated R on TV need to reduce as well. Or better yet, don't play or watch at all. Parents are also responsible for their kids. Be a good role model and pay attention to them because your kids need it. There's also government regulation for the high-risk youth and to control and helping them as well. Eventually, the risk of media violence won't be affecting us as much anymore. Remember to always keep yourself safe and healthy. That's all from me, Nur Fatima, your narrator for this section. Thank you very much.